And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Daniels out there with Young. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Rizashea. And it's Roddy in at the 4 spot. Too open that time. Made it look too easy.
Halliburton recognizing when he should look for a shot or set up others. That time, a smart play by a really good offensive player.
Here is Daniels. Back to Young. Over Halliburton. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Young's got 5.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now, here is Halliburton. Over Young. And it's Halliburton missing. Atlanta with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Last season, Miles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in block shots.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who've played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smith, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Miles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
Young for 3. Again, Young missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Back to Halliburton. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
That free throw good from Daniels. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, and then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Now, here is Halliburton. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. Jacks up a 3. And it's Rizashea with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Young against Halliburton. Pass to Rizashea. Clock at 6. They set the screen. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Halliburton. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Siakam finds Nembhard. And it's Rizachet with the rebound.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
Now, here's Halliburton. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
That's good from Halliburton. We're only around halfway through this very long season, GA. This is when the grind, I think, really kicks in.
Yeah, you think about the physical and mental toll this game takes on you. And I miss being out there, but, man, I tell you, it can be a grind.
DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Rizachet.
Halliburton has lots of skills you love to see from a young guard. Boy, I tell you what, he's got a bright future. Love watching this young man play.
Back to Young. Sweet move, and that's 2 points on the layup. Young's got 7 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Here's Nembhard. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Really adept at rolling after setting the screen. Turner, a difficult cover in these pick and rolls.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Toppin, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Walker comes in for Benedict Mathurin. Shepard's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Hawks making a change here. Rizachet checked in. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. The Hawks second.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
1:14 left in the first. McConnell passes to Shepard. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Krejci. He's covered by McConnell. Krejci, no good. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by one. And then Toppin with the jam.
Yes, sir, Obi Toppin. Very few better at throwing it down than him.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Rizachet. Hunter with it. Here's Krejci. Clock at 4. A three from Bogdanovich. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Shepard with the ball. Bogdanovich on him. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Pacers lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Pacers leading by 3. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Bogdanovich on the wing. He's paired with Rizachet. Clint Capella is out there with DeAndre Hunter. And it's Krejci in at the point guard position. And here are the Pacers now. Inside, here's Toppin, and Toppin throws it down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
A 3 from Bogdanovich, and the 3 ball is good. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Halliburton on the wing. And he banks in the layup. Halliburton's got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. And here's a look at some numbers for Trae Young.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
Atlanta with the ball. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year. Hunter on the wing. To the paint. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
You know, Capella, one of the very best in the league at getting out of the screen and getting to the right spot.
Halliburton feeling it out a bit. To the middle. Here's McConnell. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. And the Pacers lead by 6.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Now Hunter. Still scoreless. Back to Bogdanovich. Just 5 on the clock. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
McConnell kicks to Halliburton. Tapping a screen on Bogdanovich. Halliburton for 3. Reggie with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Capella. Toppin covering. And Capella the bucket on the assist from Bogdanovich. Capella's got his second basket of the night. Halliburton against Bogdanovich. Walker the pass to McConnell. The tray. Count that one from Toppin. Toppin's got 7 points in the game.
Well, making threes is vital for Toppin. Developing his stretch big skill.
And here is Hunter. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. It's deflected. Toppin with the steal. Now the Pacers moving it up. Halliburton kicks to McConnell. No good with the triple. And for the Pacers, they come in off a great outing against the Detroit Pistons. Capella draws the double. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. There's the screen. A three from Bogdanovich. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Timeout.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Aaron Nesmith. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Walker. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Halliburton. Siakam outside. Rebound by the Hawks. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Here's Young, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Benedict Mathurin.
And Young, a fiery competitor, someone who enjoys getting under the skin of opposing players.
And that one falls for Young.
And it's become clear what a leader Young is on this team. He senses when they need an infusion of confidence and always tries to provide it.
And it's tied up with that one. And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers, Clark, maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on, and a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards. Those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Rizachet sets the screen for Young. Takes it inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Trae Young. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging about 23 points per, 9 assists, and 2 rebounds. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
And so Young nails them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Left side, Mathurin. That one goes in.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Pass to Rizachet. Okongwu a screen. Takes the 3. And it's Rizachet missing. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor. So they're running out in transition.
Got to beat him to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Hello there, everybody. It's halftime, and right now the Indiana Pacers are in the midst of a good battle.
You can see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to be pleased with the pace. And now an opportunity to check out the old social media feed. Oakland Zoe wants to know, what's your favorite snack?
I could guarantee you on this one, Ernie. Shaq does not do snacks. He does meals.
Well, I must correct you, my good friend Kenneth. I do Shaq-size snacks. I live by my own rules.
Why wouldn't you correct me? You always call me Kenneth. But those are Shaq-size snacks. They're a giant 5-course meal for most normal people.
That's what you say.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass. Halliburton's got 11. Clark, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches. And we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway. But, you know, it's a results-oriented league. And oftentimes, the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
Here's Nembhard. And it's Reza Shea with the rebound. Reza Shea has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Turner against Okongwu. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Detroit. They'll take on the Pistons. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And you know, for that matchup with Washington, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Halliburton, no good. The Hawks trailing. Young from outside. They get the rebound, and he comes up with the deuce. Daniels has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Halliburton finds Siakam. Halliburton passes to Turner. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. Indiana shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one falls for Turner.
Physicality of Turner is such a big part of his game.
Good on both. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Second in steals. And also, they're in the top half of the league in second chance points. A little room for improvement. Maybe just sending an extra guy to the glass would do it.
And with that steals ranking you talked about, Greg, their defense has been a major strength for them. I mean, they cause all sorts of headaches for their opponents. Pass to Daniel. The Hawks working the ball around. It's Young on the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Now we get a chance to look at Tyrese Halliburton.
The past month has been surreal. He's getting around 20 points per, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
And that one falls for Young. Second free throw, no good. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Young is doubled and stolen by Siakam. Here's Halliburton. And the layup falls. 13 points for Tyrese Halliburton.
Halliburton's future is bright, and that's got so many folks excited because he can really play and fill it up.
Pass to Okongwu. Shoots over Turner. Atlanta again missing. Pacers leading by 3, and the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Walker's checked in for Indiana. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Roddy the pass to Hunter. Here's Roddy. Shot clock at 6. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. It's Nembhard on the wing. Pass to Halliburton. Halliburton is double. Back to Nembhard. Rebound Atlanta. Here's Krejci. No scoring in this one. Now here's Okongwu. Turner covering. Okongwu down low. He's against Turner.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. And some changes here for the Pacers. Toppin, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Shepard comes in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Nancy's checked in for Atlanta. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Reza Shea. Here's Krejci. He's covered by McConnell. Krejci passes to Hunter. And he hits it to tie the game up. Hunter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Toppin, and Toppin throws it down.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
52 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Krejci. He's covered by McConnell. And Bogdanovic throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Bogdanovic. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Now, here's McConnell. Pass to Siakam. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And Siakam, no good on that one. It's a tie game in Indiana. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Come on, we got to have some presence down there. Not just try to outscore them. We got to have them feel us. We got to make it hard on them.
Well, that's a staple of Coach Carlisle's game plan, isn't it? Wanting his guys to play with purpose on the defensive end.
And really, it's what makes him such a great coach. When the defense isn't up to par, he's going to hold his guys accountable.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court right now for the Hawks. Outside, the wings are Bogdanovic and Hunter. Clearing hands out there with Clint Capella. And it's Krejci in at the point.
That's where Toppin does most of his damage, and he's incredibly efficient down there.
Krejci passes to Hunter. Nance outside. Bogdanovic wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. And the Hawks lead by 3.
And when Bogdanovic is that well set up, he's almost automatic. Nice shot.
Halliburton outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Bogdanovic finds Nance. Now Capella. Pass to Bogdanovic. Stolen away. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. And Toppin throws it down.
Toppin, so much fun to watch. Put that on the highlight reel.
Atlanta's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Andrew Nemhard's checked in for Walker. Young's checked in for Atlanta. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. Now, he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Nance outside. Hunter dishes to Young. Knocks down the 10-footer.
And I like the resourcefulness Young brings to the table, taking any shot he can create.
Here's Toppin. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Clark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that. You know, Obi Toppin is known as a high flyer for good reason. He's somebody that really goes after any chance he gets to throw it down. He's dunking it whenever he gets close to that rim.
The Pacers making a switch here. Ryan's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
They've got to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Pass to Roddy. Back to Young. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And the shot goes down. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, crafty move there by Young, finessing his way around the contact.
Halliburton against Young from downtown. And it's Halliburton missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Pacers trail by 4. Nemhard with it. Fires for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Nice feed from Halliburton. He's really put in the work to become an outstanding passer.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
Some changes for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for Nesmith. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Reza Shea, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. That one drops. He ties it up. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Here's Young, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
So clever at creating contact. Young looks to shoot it so often, which really forces defenders to overcommit at times.
That's good from Young. And so Young nails them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Siakam passes to Turner. Back to Siakam. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. And the Pacers lead by 2.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Young. And it's sent back by Turner.
There's the defensive presence they want from Turner. Hustling and using his mobility to send it back.
Massive hoop there from Siakam. We've seen him do it in the finals. This guy showing he's made the big moments.
Steps back. From 13, buries the jump shot. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Now, here's Siakam. He's guarded closer. Turner with a screen for Mathurin. 4 on the shot clock. Bangs home the trifecta.
No, it's early in his career, but Mathurin already knocking down several big shots late.
And it's sent back by Turner. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
.102 left in the fourth quarter. Len has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. 5 on the clock. Young from outside. Again, Young missing. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie barred the door.
Shea with the steal. Yes!
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
Well, you know, it certainly swings the energy and the momentum in one team's favor. That's basically a 4 or 5 point swing, which is huge.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He knows every possession is critical now. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Can't afford to waste time. If they can get a score quick enough, they can get back on defense and try to get a stop instead of having the foul.
What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. .26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul. doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. So it's Indiana picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Pascal Siakam.